Everybody, Looney Woman here. So just for Facebook, I've had some requests to do some other little cooking videos, which I don't mind. I'm going to teach you everything I know, and then you won't need me anymore. But today I thought we would do a cream cheese pound cake. I think I kind of make a mean cream cheese pound cake. Probably not as mean as Linda Thorne's, but I think it's pretty good. So let's get started. I'll post the video. I now have a little YouTube page. Ta-da! And so you can go there and watch this video. And I'll also post it if I can on Facebook. If I can figure all this out, I'll do it. All right, so let's get started. For the cream cheese pound cake, what you're going to need is 1.5 cups of butter, which I have already measured out. You're going to need 1 8-ounce cream cheese. Both the butter and the cream cheese needs to be at room temperature. You're also going to need 3 cups of flour. You are going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour with about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt in that. And it calls for 1/8 of a teaspoon. I don't even have a measuring thing that says 1/8 of a teaspoon. So put about 1/2 and it doesn't mess it up. Sift it. Be sure you sift this. You're going to need 3 cups of sugar because you're going to need some fat content if you're going to stay fat like me. You're going to need 6 eggs. What I did with my eggs is I'll go ahead and I just kind of whisk them up and then let them sit out at room temperature. Okay? And then you're going to need a tablespoon of some really good vanilla. So what we're going to do, first of all, like I said, you're going to take your flour and your salt, just put it in together, put it in your handy dandy sifter. Remember, some of the other videos I told you to purchase you one of these at a thrift store or whatever. I just sit it on top of here. I add my 3 cups and I sift away. Do it either this way, every which way turns you on, it doesn't matter. So there's your flour. So what we're going to do after you get that done, that's your first step. Go ahead and get all of this set up. You'll be glad you did, or you're going to be in the kitchen for a while. Okay. Then in your mixer, in your handy dandy KitchenAid mixer, remember, so that's what you need to be sure that you've got one of those, or if you don't, hand mixer will do it. It'll just be a little tougher. What we're going to do, we're going to put some we're going to go ahead and put our cream cheese in, like so. Okay, got that done. We're going to go ahead and add our softened butter. Use real butter. Do not use margarine. Can you say that? Use real butter. And get all that goodness in there. And I'm going to have to switch over to my handy dandy little spatula here to get all of that Paula Deen butter. Everything's just perfect in life as long as you've got butter. I mean, come on. All right, got your butter. Let's put that down. Let's go ahead and give it a little mix. And what you want to do, you just want to get it to a creamy consistency. You don't want to overbeat it. You're not making whipped cream, so don't beat it half to death, okay? So just gradually do it. To get it where it's, you'll see, I know you can't, I don't know how much you can see in this video, but it'll turn kind of a real light yellow color. It is important to get the butter and the cream cheese at room temperature so that it's really soft, not melted, but just really soft, and then it's very easy to mix. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and turn our mixer back on, and we're just going to add, oh my God, all the stuff that makes my grandkids hyper, and honestly makes me hyper-er. Hyper-er, is that a word? It's my word. It's my Southern English. So let's just let this mix real good. Spatula and kind of get it down in there. This cake is a pound cake that a friend of mine at work actually gave me the recipe because hers was so good, and I started making it and I stuck with it. So it is pretty good. All right, got that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the flour mixture. Now the flour mixture, can be very, see how pretty that is right there? Can you see that? We're just going to add a little at a time. I do it about like that. Start it out on slow. Or you'll have a party in your kitchen with flour, which I've done a lot, And let that mix. Okay. Looking good in there, darling. Okay. Let's add the rest of the flour. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Okay. Yes, I do talk to myself when no one's here, and I dance and I sing, and sometimes I just sit down and boo-hoo. I watched a video this morning about a lady whose sweet little mama has COVID and she's in the hospital, and I just absolutely just sat there and boo-hoo with her, and I prayed for her. Gotta take care of one another. Okay, so I've got this, and it's a very thick, clumpy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our eggs. You can crack an egg. You don't have to do it like this. You can crack it. It's just simpler for me. If you do eggs, be sure that you do put them in like one at a time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little of this mixture at a time. It's just something about go ahead and mixing it all up with your eggs, and there again it's just having all the ingredients just all ready, and that's slurpy good in there. This will be a pound cake that you'll be proud of and that you'll want to take to several places, anywhere you need to go. So, hope everybody's having a good day out there. Today's Thursday. I have no children today, but I'm about to see my little 6-week-old Henry, though. I can't do without seeing him. So I'm going to go over and see him and do a little decorating in their house. And they probably don't want me to do that, but I can't help myself. So let's just go ahead and add the rest of the egg mixture. Got that. Now what you want to do, just keep this kind of on a low speed till then you can start turning up. Turn up the heat, baby. And let's mix. Okay? About medium high on the mixer. Alright. Now I'm going to add my vanilla. Whew. Lord, I could just go fix me a glass of that vanilla. Maybe I'll have a better day. Smells so good. Add that vanilla in there. You screw up and put 2 tablespoons of vanilla in there. It just makes it that much better. I did cake decorating for a long time, and one of the secrets to cake decorating, if you do use a cake box mix, no matter what you're doing, whether you're making a decorated cake or you're just making a good old chocolate cake for your family and you're using a box cake mix, always put about a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. Mix that in with the directions on the cake box, and you'll see that it. Sorry guys, kids were beeping in, and I'm using a new app, so I didn't know how to ignore their phone call, which I love to ignore their phone calls. Okay, let's get back to it. So we're still mixing, and we're going to mix that pretty good. Make sure it's all in there. Mix that. I think that'll do it. All right, so what I'm going to do is take my this out. Get all of that gooey loveliness off of there. Take it out. Move it over. Give it a stir. See, it's a thick batter, which is what you want, because a pound cake is a thick, dense type cake. Even though you don't want a dry pound cake, but you know it's not going to be like a regular moist type. It's going to be a little dense, and that's how you want it. So you've got everything in it. So that wasn't hard. Actually, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ingredients, then your vanilla 7. So not too bad at all. Okay. Then what you're going to do, you're going to preheat your oven to 300. And you're going to bake this cake, this pound cake. It's going to stay in the oven. The recipe calls it for 1 hour and 40 minutes. So 300 is a low temperature. And so this cake, it's going to go in there for about 1 hour and 40 minutes. Now, get your cake pans. You can use a bundt cake pan, you know, that 4 pound cakes. This little deal right here, I got it at a yard sale, as I do most of my things. And I absolutely have loved it. It makes 2 small ones. So I have one for me, and then I have one for a friend, whoever I give it to. Be sure that what I do is I butter this. I don't butter it with butter. I do it with Crisco solid shortening. And then, because that gives it that crunchy, that really good crunchy brownness on the top of your pound cake, which is what you want. And then flour it. Just throw your little flour in there and shake, shake, shake your booty while you're doing it. And you're ready to go. So let's pour it in here. Let's do about half on this side. I'm coming. You're going to get half too, you greedy little bundt pan. Okay. Let's get a little more over here. Do one side at a time. Make sure everybody gets about the same amount. If I were to pass on today, if the good Lord's willing, and today's my day, I love you all, but I do need to say that this pan right here will be willed to Fred Starkey if he's watching this. Because when I bought it at a yard sale, I posted it on Facebook, my find, as I do lots of times, and Fred was the first one to say, I want that pan. Fred cooks and stuff. So Fred, let me enjoy it until my time is near, and then you take it, and maybe you'll make these little pound cakes too. All right, so there we go. Got that done. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna shake it really good like this. Do this even if you're just using one. Hit it on the cabinet, make a lot of noise. Some needs to come over there because you want to get your air bubbles out of your cakes. No matter what kind of cakes you're doing, brownies or whatever, I know it's loud, get the air bubbles out, okay? I'm going to put this in the oven that I've already got preheated for 300 degrees. I'll come back and show you the finished product, okay? See you in a few. We're back. So these beautiful pound cakes came out of the oven. I've already turned them out on just a piece of my brown paper, and they're very hot. So you really need to let them cool for about 10 minutes, but I'm in a hurry to leave and run some errands, so I went ahead and turned them. This little thing right here, I don't know if you can still get it, but I know you can get like a salt shaker. So get you a salt shaker, but this actually was, I think, a Tupperware. No, I take that back. It wasn't Tupperware. It was, what you call it? I don't know what you call it, but anyway, I just ordered some from it. But anyway, I keep this, and it's got my powdered sugar. I've had this thing probably for 30 years, but just get you some powdered sugar, keep it in a salt and pepper shaker, or something that's got, it needs to have something big if the salt shaker so it'll shake, but, or you can use a sifter. Sifter does good too. And just, you know, be pretty liberal with it. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Now, who wouldn't like to have one of these today for a little gift? I know just exactly who's going to get one of these, so, and I hope it will make their day. So anyway, that's your pound cakes. Hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me or I'll take this knife and come see you. Follow me so that I can see if this is worthwhile, me even doing these videos. And let me just go ahead and cut me a little piece right here because I'm worth it. Oh, 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 oh. See how that. Somebody better call 911. I may not live through this. What a way to go. Oh, have a great day and week. Bye-bye. Love you all.